Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about who is the hero or what is the hero in our gut disease journey. Who is the hero that slays the dragon being your gut disease, being your gut symptoms. So the hero, who is the hero? Who is the hero in the original Star Wars? One could argue that it's Luke Skywalker, or it could be Anakin. It could be Darth Vader himself. I know Darth Vader gets painted as the bad guy, but he's the one who ultimately kills the Emperor and brings balance to the Force. How are we going to bring balance to our butthole? Who does that? Is it you? Is it your GI doctor? Is it your naturopath? Is it your nutritionist who had to go to school to learn how to count? Who is the hero of the story? How does the hero destroy gut disease and get their normal life back? The other day I was on Instagram and I saw one of the testimonials, if you could call it that, of one of my competitors. This person, their testimonial was, oh, after 2 years of being on this boring diet and taking thousands of dollars of supplements, I could finally go to Europe and go to Italy and not enjoy the pasta, not enjoy the pizza, and I had to have 1 or 2 celebratory meals. Like, it's a joke. They didn't defeat gut disease, they're dancing around it. Like, imagine going to Italy and you got to bring like your own lunchbox to a frickin' Italian eater, like, some mom and pop Italian pizzeria. Like, it's a joke. You should be able to eat that pizza without issues. That is the true definition of defeating the gut disease. So the hero, like a lot of people, when I see them try to heal their gut, they think that the hero is food. They think the hero is food, that food's going to be the hero that defeats the gut disease. But also, food is also the villain for them as well. So who's the villain? Oh, it could be food. They think it's food. In Star Wars, what's the hero and what, could the Force, because the Force is also a good and bad thing. Like, in some people's mind, food is either good or bad. Where in reality, food is just energy and nutrients, and it's absolutely insane to believe food to be the villain. It's crazy. It is literally crazy talk. Guys, I understand. I used to be that way. I used to be scared to death of food. I used to flick off McDonald's in the car. I would go, oh, all those, look, it's stupid that they, roast their French fries and canola oil and all that stupid stuff when it should be roasted in lard, traditionally, where they don't have to do all these crazy chemical processes just to make it edible. But why are there people who eat at McDonald's every day and they don't have digestive issues? They may not be the healthiest, but they don't have digestive issues. How could you possibly make food the villain or the hero? I hear it's so crazy. I used to do it too. I get it. But how can you say diet is fixing your issues? I've been on a diet for 2 years and I still get symptoms every time I come off the diet. You're not healed. You aren't healed. Some people think it's the drugs are the hero. Some people think it's the supplements. They aren't the hero. They're tools that can be used properly. But if we don't know how to use these tools properly, like if you don't know how to use a samurai sword or a lightsaber in art, if you don't know how to use a lightsaber, you're going to cut your own freaking head off. And that tool becomes, counterproductive, almost a villain. So who is the hero in the story? Who is defeating the gut disease? The only person that can defeat gut disease is you. You are the hero. You are the hero of the story. You're the only one who can do that. Like, your whole body is controlled by your brain. Your brain that produces you, your psyche, whatever we want to call this, the the combination of the conscious and subconscious mind, these conscious and unconscious processes that makes you. You are the hero. You are the only one who can defeat gut disease. Your brain, your primitive biological programming that, our crappy design that we've been stuck with, something stressful, put your gut into overdrive. And you are the only one who can conquer their inner demons and turn this off. You are the only one that can do that. Food simply powers your brain, your body. That's all food is. Or we can get crazy about our diets and make our gut go in and out of overdrive. Drugs can help us manage the symptoms. If you talk to the holistic community, drugs are villains. But, drugs can actually really help us. And if we use supplements correctly, they can also greatly aid the healing process. But the healing process, all these things are going straight into the toilet unless we get you right, unless we address that trauma. So, who's the villain of the story? Who is actually causing the symptoms? It's not food. And if you do get, I know there's some of you who eat a certain food and they get symptoms. It's not the food. It is your perception, which is dependent on the trauma. Okay? Stress, there's some people that believe it's stress, and stress is right. We're heading in the right direction. Maybe stress is the villain. But why do other people get exposed to this stress and they don't have symptoms, yet you get exposed to this stress and you get symptoms? So we're in the right ballpark here. We can call our GI doctor a villain. I think he's a villain. He's an idiot. He's a moron. He should know how to do his frickin' job. GI doctors are complete incompetent idiots. Sometimes we need them to do specific procedures on us when things get really tough and, to support us through the healing phase. But, they're not I don't know, I genuinely think doctors want to help people. They're just extremely incompetent in the system that they have. The medical system that they're stuck in promotes and enforces their incompetency. So the villain is the trauma you're haunted by. It's the trauma you're haunted by. That is what is causing your symptoms, and it's on a subconscious level. What is something important to my survival that I cannot absorb? You're the hero. What is something important to your survival that you cannot absorb and your body puts your gut into overdrive? What is it? You will, when you get symptoms, when you get diarrhea, what is the crap you want to get rid of so that you can absorb something important to your survival? When you have constipation, what is the thing that you need to absorb, but you have very limited access to it and you're fearful that you're just not going to have this thing important to your survival anymore? This is the game that we're playing. The tool that we need to get better is my 13-day program. This is everything I did to get better. When the drugs didn't work, the supplements didn't work, the diets didn't work, I started using something called German New Medicine, and I literally gained 50 pounds over the course of a year. I gained 30 pounds in probably 2 months. And this is years after diets, years after supplements and things like that. I had people guide me through this way, but there's a lot of gaps in German New Medicine's understanding of gut issues and how to deal with the trauma. G&M just simply shows us how our body reacts to the stressful situation. It doesn't really tell us how to deal with that stressful situation. So my 4-step plan, and you can learn this whole 4-step plan in my webinar down below, but keep watching for now. So the first is to understand what your brain is doing, understand how your brain stores trauma, understand what your gut is doing from the German New Medicine perspective. 2 is to understand diet's role in all of this. And then 3 is to find the trauma, find the PTSD. What are your PTSD triggers? Are they loud noises? Is it when you talk to your mom? Is it when you talk to your dad? Is it when you talk to your brother? Is it when you talk to your in-law? Like, what are the things that trigger your symptoms? We need to find our PTSD triggers. And then fourth, once we find those things, you cannot, it's very hard to, sometimes we can accidentally resolve our conflicts. But, if we're still suffering from gut issues, we need to actually identify our triggers and resolve them. And the best tool that I wouldn't have made this tool if it didn't already exist, but I've made a 13-day protocol that holds your hand through this process. This is like Luke's lightsaber. He cannot defeat the Empire if he doesn't understand how to use the Force and how to use his lightsaber. The webinar is going to show you how to use this 13-day plan, how to use it, because think about it. How do I use this lightsaber? This program shows you how to use the German New Medicine. It shows you the easiest, because if you go learn G&M from somebody else, they're going to teach you oh, this is how your toenails and how your corium skin and all this, you don't need to know that stuff. You just want to know, you just want the quickest path to getting better, which I want to show you. And you can look at my free videos and watch that, but this is the ultimate quickest guide to doing that. And watch this webinar. It is going to give you the most information. It's actually linked at on this YouTube video. You can watch it here right on YouTube if you would like. What I'm trying to convey with you in this video is you are the hero. You are the only one who can defeat gut disease. Food ain't going to do it. Your perception of food is part of that process. Drugs aren't going to do it. Drugs can help you through that process. Supplements aren't going to do it. Supplements can help you through that process. But the only person who can get you through this, the only person who can defeat the villain is you. And that villain is trauma, these demons left over from trauma of something important to my survival that I cannot absorb. What are your demons? You need to you need to understand your demons, understand how your body deals with them. You need to understand diet, because that seems to be a big issue for a lot of people. And then you need to find the demons and then slay the demons. And the best tool to help you do that is my 13-day protocol workbook, which is in the webinar. So go watch that webinar, and it will show you how to find your inner demons, which are the villain that are causing your symptoms. All right, guys? This will show you, like you are Luke, I will show you how to use the Force and use the lightsaber, because the whole movie, we think Darth Vader's the bad guy. He's really, he does a lot of bad things, but really the Emperor is the one behind the scenes. You think food, you think this, and you think that's causing your symptoms, but in reality, it's the Emperor behind the scenes. It's the demons created from trauma behind the scenes, pulling the strings, causing your symptoms. And my 13-day protocol will go over all the details on how to solve that. All right, guys, if you have any questions, leave comments down below. But if not, if you haven't already, go watch that webinar. I'll show you how to use this 13-day protocol.